God's Leftovers by Grant Wamack, published by Bizarro Pulp Press, 2022. A young couple, a religious man, a gritty rapper, and a sublime videographer get stranded together in the desert. Little do they know they'll cross paths in a bloody fashion with one another, as well as a hippie cult that has a fetish for the flesh. Welcome to the Valley of Fire, where sex magic, psychedelics, ancient tongues, and old gods reign supreme. Sounds good, doesn't it? Based on the reviews this book has been getting, I thought so too. Perhaps I'm just not a fan of splatterpunk grindhouse type of stories. I'll let you decide. The premise of the story starts out strong, and that's what urged me to try this story out. A group of people stranded in the desert happens upon a cult with dark motives. As far as the group that gets stranded, they aren't all together. The story follows 5 people that each get stuck out in the desert in their own different ways, each slowly stumbling across a group of what originally seems like hippies communing with nature. Once all the characters make it together, that's when we start learning more about the group of hippies. If I had done my research a little more, I may not have opted for this story. With that many characters, the hippies themselves, and a crazed killer roaming the wastelands, I should have realized that a novel of just 62 pages wouldn't be able to flesh out the characters enough to care about what happened to any of them. On the flip side though, this particular genre may not be known for that, so I'll just let those two thoughts cancel each other out. As a horror fan, my interest was to see how the cult was developed. There's no denying that something is off with them when they are first introduced. Or maybe the book blurb just had you ready for that. I guess I'm not spoiling anything when the description itself lets us know that they have a fetish for flesh. The story starts off with a crazed madman that is seemingly on his own in the desert, brutally killing anyone he comes across. It goes without saying that he's connected to the cult. Again, the description lets us know that the cult is bad. That's not me spoiling the story. When the killer and the cult ultimately come together in the same scene, you're like, yeah, I figured that. It's a pretty cookie-cutter, straightforward plot. People stumble on an evil cult and blood and gore ensues. It's the ending that left me scratching my head. For fans of this type work, you may enjoy it, but for me, I was left confused. It has a Stephen King type ending, which I've never been a fan of. You know the type. Jack and Jill went up a hill to fetch a pail of water, Jack fell down and broke his crown, and insects climbed from the womb to show you the dark truths about the universe. Good idea and concept, but nothing leads up to that, leaving you to wonder, where the hell did that come from? If you're wanting a quick read full of killing, excessive gore, and strange, out-of-left-field endings, I have no doubt you'll enjoy this short read. If you're looking for a read with more meat on its bones, characters you can identify with and relate to, and origins to a cult or the magic system used, you may want to pass on this one. Every book has its home audience, and just because I didn't enjoy this one doesn't mean some of you won't. I know a few weirdos that lurk around my channel, so if you pick this one up, let me know what you think. Until next time, find yourself a good book and enjoy a break from reality.